never thought I'd be the one in need of medical help while traveling. I mean, who plans for that, right? We always think it'll happen to someone else. It was the middle of my trip to Southeast Asia, a place I had dreamed about visiting for years. The streets were vibrant, filled with life. The food was incredible. Spicy noodles, fresh fruit, street-side satay. Everything was perfect. Until it wasn't. I woke up one morning feeling off. At first, it was just a mild stomachache, something I figured would pass. But as the day went on, it only got worse. By afternoon, I couldn't even keep water down. My stomach was in knots, and my head was pounding. I was hot, then cold, then sweating, and I was hundreds of miles from home, alone. Now, I don't know if you've ever been in that kind of situation, where you're stuck in a foreign country, sick, and starting to panic. You don't speak the language. You're in a place where medical care isn't always easy to navigate. You wonder, what do I do now? I did what any rational person would do. I Googled it. I started looking up nearby clinics, trying to find one I could trust, hoping they'd speak English. That's when I remembered something. I had actually signed up for travel insurance before I left home. I didn't think I'd need it. It was just a precaution, right? Well, turns out that little precaution saved me in ways I can't even begin to explain. I pulled out my phone and started looking through the insurance app. I found the emergency medical assistance number and hesitated for a moment before dialing. My heart was racing, and part of me didn't want to bother anyone. But I pushed through. When the operator picked up, she was calm, reassuring, and, most importantly, knew exactly what I needed to do. She guided me through finding the nearest clinic, set up an appointment for me, and even arranged for a translator to meet me there. I couldn't believe it. I was so relieved. I almost started crying right then and there. Fast forward a couple of hours, and I'm at the clinic. A friendly doctor greeted me, took my symptoms seriously, and gave me the treatment I needed. It turned out to be a bad case of food poisoning, but nothing too serious. Within a few hours of getting some fluids and medication, I was feeling much better. But what stuck with me wasn't just the quick recovery, it was how easy everything was because I had travel insurance. I never imagined something like this would happen, but the peace of mind that came with having coverage was indescribable. Here's the thing. Travel insurance isn't just about getting help when things go wrong. It's about knowing that when life throws you a curveball, you have a safety net. You're not alone. And for me, that made all the difference. I've learned my lesson, though. Don't leave home without it. Ever. I'm not saying you should go out and get the most expensive plan out there, but having something that gives you access to emergency services, that's invaluable, especially when you're in a place where you don't know the language or the system. Now I use auras.insure. It's not some huge corporate brand, but honestly, it's been a lifesaver. I use it for both domestic and international trips. It's affordable, quick to sign up for, and easy to use when you're in a pinch. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but if you're traveling, I really can't recommend it enough. Having that emergency medical backup made all the difference that day in Asia. So next time you're booking your flights, don't forget to look into your insurance options. You just never know when it could turn from a dream vacation to an emergency situation. Trust me, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.